everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to make a round holiday ornament using the Polyvore editor. I already have my items chosen here to make this a little bit quicker. So the first thing that you want to do is go to the Polyvore editor and go down to embellishments and then pick out a square frame. It can be any square frame because this is only a frame for your work and you're later going to take it out. So I just chose this thin black square frame here. So you put your frame there in your editor, and then the next thing that you want to do is to choose a color scheme. You can choose one main color or you could choose a couple different colors. It's up to you. And then you want to search for some different backgrounds that have the colors that you've chosen. There's a couple of ways that you can do that. You can go to your items that you have saved and you could pick a color that you're looking for, and then you could search through your items and find some backgrounds with those colors that you like. Another way that you could do it is by going to the Polyvore's editor, going underneath embellishments and clicking on backgrounds, and then you could choose a color there as well too, and then search through the different backgrounds that pop up. Those are just a couple of tips on how you can find backgrounds. There's really all different types of ways to find backgrounds, and I have some other tutorials that show you how to do searches for items in the Polyvore editor. So I've chosen to use red backgrounds, and what you want to do next then is to start filling in your square with your pictures. So once you start filling in your square, you're going to have to fool around with your backgrounds a little bit to get them to all fit together within the square. So the way that you can do that is by choosing the custom crop option on the editor, and then you can go in and you can adjust your background to whatever sizes you're going to need it to be able to fill in your square and fit together with the other backgrounds. You're going to have to fiddle around with them a little bit until you get what looks right to you. As I said, I have already picked these out, and so I have already cut these to be able to fit together in the way that I want them to look. Okay, so now that I've got everything about the way that I'd like to have it arranged inside my square, I'm going to go ahead and remove the square frame. So that leaves my pictures in a nice sharp square for me. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to my items, and I have what's called an inverted circle. I will provide you the link to this in my set. And I am going to take that inverted circle now, and you see that it's in a square shape. So that's why we use the square frame in the beginning. And I'm just going to put this circle over my photos. And one thing you want to pay close attention to is the edges of the circle. And this is a little bit straight on the edge here. You can make the circle smaller if you want, but it's not going to matter too much because we are actually going to put a frame around our circle. So now that I've got the circle there, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to get my frame that I've chosen, and I chose this candy cane frame here. But you can very easily find some cool frames just by going up to the search bar and typing in Foki and then circle, and then just click search, and you'll see that you find all different types of circles here. Now the next thing that we do is you can add some embellishments in here if you'd like. And the only embellishment I'm going to add is I am going to be putting in some snow. And then the next thing that you do is I'm going to go back to my items here, and I have this item here that is a glass Christmas ornament. And that is now what we're going to use, and you see it's in the shape of a circle, and you want to again get it lined up just perfect. You might have to fiddle around with it a little bit to get that lined up. You can tell when it's off because you'll be able to see some white edge sticking out here between the shadow and your round frame. So I'm going to make sure that I don't have any of that white edge sticking out. And once I get that lined up perfect, our next step is going to be then to embellish our Christmas ornament. So there we go. You see that now I have the glass over my Christmas bulb, and now I start adding my embellishments, and this is the fun part. And this is where you get to really personalize it as well too. And so I have some of my embellishments already picked out that I'm going to be using. And so that is a quick tutorial on how to make a pretty holiday ornament for this season. I hope that you found this helpful. You can find all the links to the different items that you'll need to make your own unique Christmas ornament below the tutorial. Thank you for watching, and if you have any suggestions for some tips or tricks or tutorials that you would like to see, just send me a private message on Polyvore.